It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Colts and the Steelers under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bean. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they've played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe, but that's much easier said than done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Bean.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bean.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drop.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bean. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Bean. 20, 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a deep...
Here we go, here we go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Looking to throw. Bean steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this 1st half. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Here's Taylor. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. You're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Taylor. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Bean. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half.
Okay, ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Bean on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the... Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Still going. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 59 yards. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 160 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, it's Taylor. A little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. No nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your
touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, 33 yards.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo. And they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right?
There he goes, left side. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak is... Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious...
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Indianapolis, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.